First off, I want to say thank you to all of y'all for coming. Thank you to everybody performing. Thank you for Rodrigo requesting reggaeton tonight. That was amazing. Thank you for that. Thank you for that opportunity to do that. My name is Prime. You guys know me as Prime, right? That's fair. Andre Vasquez. So, I'm just really humbled to have y'all come out here because I think we've all come from the kind of environments and backgrounds where we never felt like anybody had a voice, right? That's why a lot of us became MCs, a lot of us became graph writers, and did whatever we could to kind of express ourselves. So when it comes to looking at Chicago, like we know Chicago's shady, right? Do you guys feel like Chicago is a town that works for you, or do you understand that the city's corrupt? How do you feel about Chicago? Like you're proud of it, but you want to change it at the same time. Is that accurate? Yeah. Right? And like we never have anybody that speaks for us. And those of us never feel like we're the ones who need to speak up for ourselves because we've never been in a political environment. We've never walked in there, so it's easy to feel intimidated. But that's the way the system's been built. So you feel ashamed of who you are and what you don't have when it's never been provided in the first place. Right? We need to make sure that our kids have a fully funded education, that there's an elected school board, that our funds are going to the people and not to those that make profit, right? Right. That when they're developing neighborhoods, that they're not displacing people from those neighborhoods. That when we say that Chicago is a welcoming city, that doesn't mean like, oh look, we have some undocumented people here. It means that we recognize that there are neighbors and that we have to stand up for them. And we can't have carve-outs or a gang database or anything that's going to allow someone to deport someone in the city. That's not who we are, right? What hip-hop taught me is that you make something from what little you have, right? We come together as communities. We're resourceful, right? Hip-hop, if you trace it, eventually became a little more capitalistic. And then you start losing a lot of the art form and a lot of the value and a lot of the strength that brought our people together. And that's what caused me to develop a voice, right? I wanted to grab on the mic and I wanted to MC so people could hear me because as a child, I didn't feel like I had a voice at all, right? And the first time you do that, maybe you're angry about it. So maybe you're a battle rapper, maybe you're getting it out. And then you realize like, I could do more with that voice. And I am humbled listening to everybody that's come on stage because you guys were all doper than I've ever been, like legit. Like everything you guys talk about, the way you express, like I asked you to perform because I knew what the message you were bringing was, and I appreciate that. So I was talking to Words earlier, and Words was saying, look, I want to find out more about how to get involved. Like I don't know this political stuff, I don't pay attention. And what I told Words, and I mean that to everybody, is that's what the system wants you to think. It wants you to feel like you're inadequate, like you don't know it, like you don't belong. But someone who's been screwed and understands injustice knows it when they see it. You don't need to be taught for that. That's right. Right? And everyone here has a voice. So I'm going to teach you really quick about Chicago politics. One, it's grimy. This election we have is on February 26th. Right? Think about the weather on February 26th and trying to go out there to vote when half the people in the room don't know who their alderman is or what ward they live in, and there's nothing in place to teach people that, right? That's what we want to bring to government. We want to be able to talk to everyone in the community and teach them about what we're doing with the tax money, what we're doing when we talk about community zoning, how we're supporting people and local businesses, and making sure we're investing in people first, because that's what's going to make our city better. It's what makes our city safer. It means that if I'm in a ward on the north side, I should be talking about the south and the west side, understanding that they don't get the investment needed and the opportunity and resource to grow, right? We have so much potential here. And if we did that and believed in each other the way we do when we come together doing this, and the way we come together when we make music and art and culture, that's where the power is at. So I got one more thing to say. A lot of folks may not feel comfortable being involved politically, right? Joining a campaign, learning about these things. If you feel that way and you want to be a part of something, the second rapper to run for alderman is probably a good jumping point, right? And that's as simple as putting a post up, donating to our campaign, knocking on doors, having conversations about what's important to you, to the people that are important to you, and that's everybody. And I want to shout out Rhymefest, who'll be coming on, for being the first Chicago rapper to run for alderman. A legend, right? A brother who has been a battle MC, a freestyle MC, a person who has written beautiful music for us, right? Who has risen and been at the highest levels when it comes to superstar celebrity and still has the strength to call out his brother when his brother's not on point, right? Because that's what a community is. It's being able to talk to all of us to make all of us better. So I ask you, check out what we're doing, AndreFrom40th.com. Talk to me and let's build for real, because there's an opportunity to do it. So thank you very much.